Welcome back to the channel, Red Devils of the Stretford End. Here we are on a Monday, a new week, looking ahead to Norwich, but we won't be speaking about Norwich today. I once again want to bring you the latest news coming from all things Manchester United, but more so, as you see in the thumbnail, it is an update on Erik ten Hag, and of course we want to speak about a bit of transfer news coming through with Darwin Núñez also being linked to us once again. But of course, how are you guys doing? How do you feel, even today on a Monday after that dreadful and disastrous performance that we had to watch? The sacrifices that some of us have made to watch that game, and we have to sit and be treated to such disrespectful behavior by these babies who are supposedly Manchester United players. But nevertheless, let me know in the comment sections how you are feeling. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And of course, links to our various socials are in the description below. But of course, without further ado, let's get into the news. So, David Ornstein has come out and he has basically given us an update on Erik ten Hag. And he has said that Ten Hag is close to making a decision on whether to join Man United. If agrees or in principle, the contract must satisfy all demands before he signs. That is good. That shows that Ten Hag is not to be messed with. He's not desperate for the Man United job. He's basically waiting for the board to make their move because he's given them his demands. He said, this is what I want at the club. I want to change the club's football philosophy. I want to change the club's identity from the inside, not just only on the pitch. I want to be in charge of who comes in, who goes, what type of players we are signing, what type of players we are scouting for the academy to be brought into the first team over time. He wants to come there to change things so that the team can be once again competing. He wants the team to be competitive. He wants to win. He wants to take Manchester United back to the top where they deserve to be. Not in this current moment in time, but we should be fighting for titles. That is Manchester United. I don't know why some Manchester United fans are out there, telling themselves, what, they are done with the club. They don't want to support the club anymore. I've heard people tell me, oh, they haven't watched the team for a couple of months now and their mental health is fine. That's your problem. That's your opinion and I respect it, but I'm not going to get into it. I've supported this club ever since I was a kid, and I've been with the club ever since I was a kid, right through growing up. I remember us winning trophies. I remember us being successful under Sir Alex Ferguson. And I remember being there at the very start of things when things were starting to go bad. I was there through the Moyes disappointment. I was there through the Van Gaal disappointment. I was there through the Mourinho disappointment. And more recently, the Ole disappointment. I was there. And I've even had people tell me, no, that we cry when we lose. Nobody's crying. We're simply just stating facts. The team is not good enough. The team is not of Manchester United standard. I had an Arsenal fan tell me that he basically doesn't cry when Arsenal loses. And I said, well, that's your thing. Arsenal fans, if I might say so myself, have accepted the standards that the club is at now. Us, literal Manchester United supporters who have been with the club through the beginning of their entire life, the ones who have stuck by the club through all of its adversity, we will never ever allow these players to drop our standards to the floor. They've done it. Don't get me wrong, they've done it. Our standards are on the bottom now. If the expectations that we want from this current team, this team that is so unlikable, it's literally on the ground. But it's because of their performances, because of their arrogance, because of them not actually being mentally strong enough and able to handle the pressure of Manchester United and what it means to play for this club. It's a privilege. It's an honor. You look back at the likes of Giggs, Scholes, Keane, Beckham, Rooney, Cantona. I could name them. George Best, Bobby Charlton. There's so many more that I can mention. Dennis Irwin, Gary Neville, I can Kasper Schmeichel, Edwin van der Sar. There's so many players I can mention who knew exactly what it takes to be a Manchester United player. Steve Bruce, Nemanja Vidic, Rio Ferdinand. These are players who made the club what it is today with the help of Sir Alex Ferguson, René Meulensteen, Carlos Queiroz, Mike Phelan, back then when he was with Fergie. Why are we allowing other people to dictate our standard of support for Manchester United? We know we should be at the top fighting for trophies. We know that. And we know for a fact that the club is not good enough right now. And that is because of the Glazers, because of the board, because of their money-hungry decisions that they made. It's got nothing to do with us as Manchester United fans who want what's best for the club. It's what's best for their pockets, what's best for the shareholders, what's best for the players that want their social media status to be upgraded and to, grow to more followings. Literally, it is a shame that these players call themselves Manchester United players. Some of them have come into the club and have done absolutely nothing. You look at the likes of, and I will name them, the likes of Pogba. He hasn't done anything that you can say, he's actually proved his point since his return. Yes, we won the Europa League. He scored in the final. But other than that, what has he done? He was even one of the reasons why Mourinho was sacked. So why do we want to have our standards drop? It should never drop. We are Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, if not the biggest club in the world. A bit of a technical difficulty there, but we are back. And as I was saying, we are Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, if not the biggest club in the world. So we should never ever let our standards drop. Never. Yes, the players have dragged the club's name through the mud. Yes, the board has done that. Yes, the Glazers have done that because of the decisions that they have made that were incompetent and poor. But we know for a fact where the club needs to be. We know that Erik ten Hag wants to come in to do that, but the board needs to allow him to do that. I want to bring you more news as it says that Manchester United may negotiate an exit fee with Ajax rather than pay a release clause. And that shows you that there is a bit of seriousness to what the board is looking at. They want to just pay the exit fee and allow him to do what he does with Ajax properly until the end of the season, and then definitely ensure that he is the man for Manchester United to change the club, change the philosophy, change the identity, change the mentality of the team, and push it to a high standard, an elite standard where it needs to be. It also said that there will be no announcement made before the Dutch Cup final this weekend about him being the new Manchester United manager. It will definitely be after that. So will the deal be agreed in this week and then have an announcement by next week? We'll have to wait and see. I definitely believe that it will be so. I believe that the deal is close to being agreed. David Ornstein has said it himself, that Ten Hag is close to choosing Manchester United. Yes, there were reports of him also being hijacked, they said, by RB Leipzig. But it also came out by Jan Arpeforte that it is false reports. It is not true. Leipzig are not looking for him. It was just something that they threw out there, a bit of bad journalism, should I say, to make Manchester United make a decision faster. But we know Ten Hag is the man. I'm sure the Glazers and the board know that. Richard Arnold definitely needs to know that. The fans are telling him, we are telling him, get Ten Hag now. Ragnick, I said it, get Ten Hag now. No excuses, Ten Hag is the man. Further news that I want to bring to you, it says that Ten Hag would want a range of assurances on areas such as his role, responsibilities, and authority stated clearly in the terms before formally accepting the position, and that may take time. Again, reports brought out by David Ornstein, and he said also that Ten Hag's deal with Manchester United is now close to being made, and should Ten Hag choose United, then the dialogue can accelerate over a contract which would need to satisfy his expectations. That is brilliant news. That is absolutely brilliant in my book, because it shows that, again, I've said it previously, Ten Hag means business. He is serious about wanting to make Manchester United a great club once again. We are, right now in this current time, not a great club, but our name speaks for itself. That is why Ten Hag is excited about the challenge of bringing us back to the top, bringing us back to competing with the elite. He wants to do that. It's a challenge for himself, but it's a huge, huge challenge, and I think he's ready to take it on. He said it himself in previous videos. If you guys haven't seen it, definitely go and look at it. I've said it. He is ready for the Premier League. He wants to challenge himself. He already earmarks players to come to the club with him. Anthony, Jurien Timber. He's already looked at certain coaches, Michel van der Graag, Robin van Persie, Steve McLaren, to join his backroom staff with him. He's coming here to ensure that he will be the one to reignite the Manchester United legacy that we have. Reignite that Sir Alex Ferguson times. Not saying we'll be winning continuously season after season, but we'll be competing, we'll be challenging, we'll be taking clubs down to semi-finals and finals. We'll be looking potentially at challenging for the Premier League once again, ensuring we take clubs to the last month, to the last day, challenging them, competing against the top teams, and not just rolling over like these players we have done so recently. Ten Hag is the man. He is the man. Furthermore, before we get to the end of this video, I just want to bring a little small thing to you guys also. It is stated that Darwin Núñez, his signature is amongst the likes of Manchester United, Chelsea and PSG. Those three are the front runners to sign him in the summer. We've seen him perform against Erik ten Hag's Ajax. I'm sure Ten Hag would love a player like Darwin Núñez. 22 years old, can definitely still improve. Great in the air, wonderful with both feet. He's quick, he's got pace, he can hold up the ball, link up play. He's an all-around top striker that can become world-class with fantastic coaching. A perfect player for the Premier League. And I'm sure Ten Hag would love him. He's got Sebastian Haller at Ajax now, but Darwin Núñez is of a smoother, silkier ilk. He is a player that is able to run in behind, beat his man one-on-one, able to beat defenders in the air, able to finish well, composed on the ball, makes fantastic runs off the ball. He is the player that Erik ten Hag would probably want to have as a striker. Now, of course, Erling Haaland is there too, a 75 million release clause, but I believe Darwin Núñez perhaps can challenge Erling Haaland at the top level of football in terms of strikers. But I'm sure Ten Hag will definitely have an eye on Darwin Núñez and probably has enjoyed his performance. Even though Ajax lost to Benfica, I'm sure he enjoyed his performance. He also performed well against Liverpool most recently. We will probably see him perform once again at Anfield in the second leg. But he is fantastic. Against Liverpool, he was running rings around Van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate. He was ensuring that he wins balls in the air. He was fantastic in link-up play. He finished well when he got his chance as well. So he is a wonderful striker that I believe can be world-class over time. 22 years old, very young, but can definitely come in and do the job and be that number 9 for Manchester United that we need, that Ten Hag will be needing. But he needs the power. He needs to have the full power and autonomy to actually be the Manchester United manager. Thank you guys for joining me on today's video. As I've said in the news, Ten Hag has come out and is close to choosing Manchester United as his next job, but everything that he wants in terms of his demands needs to be put down in the contract before he signs it. Darwin Núñez also, we are one of the front runners to get him to come to Manchester United in the summer. Thank you guys for joining me. Continue to follow us on our various socials. Links are in the descriptions below. And of course, continue to subscribe to the channel. 1,000 subscribers is the goal before the end of the year. And thank you for those who have subscribed. I really, really do appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. That is it, me, Sachin Johnson from the Straight Within. Till we speak again soon. Have a wonderful day further, Red Devils.